Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm back with my second favorite baby product ever. I have 3 kids. This is the first time I'm using this product, and I don't know why I was so compelled to buy something like this time around for my third and last baby. Is the Miku system. Basically a baby monitor system, tracks their breathing as well. I guess maybe it was a touch of like postpartum anxiety or something like that this time around. Who isn't freaked out? The idea of like SIDS and like just your baby stopping breathing and you not knowing. Not to say that this system is a for sure proof anything. They don't advertise as that. Probably a lot of placebo effect. It did make me feel better especially when he was very little that we had the system. We can monitor from anywhere. In the event that someone else is caring for him in our home, we can just go into the app, see him sleeping there or see him on the monitor. The video quality is very good. So crystal clear, zooming in, not pixely at all. Another pro is that it gives you continuous breath monitoring. At a glance, like I said, you can kind of see visual waveforms and see that your little one is breathing. It also gives you rate too. I have noticed that when he has been sick or under the weather or whatever, his breath is more rapid, and it does a bunch of other things too. So it tells you, how long your baby's been sleeping. So it has all kinds of stats that you can go back and check. It also has activity monitoring, snippets of the night. So if your baby was moving or woke up briefly, it records the couple seconds before that, and then it records a little snippet of that wakefulness time. It has a microphone to talk to baby. It also has built-in music and sounds like white noise and different types of noises and nature sounds, music, all that kind of stuff is all built right in. It can monitor from anywhere. Like I said, that is a pro. It's also a con in the sense of internet, and you need it to be connected. For instance, I talked a little bit about this. We have a second home that we are traveling back and forth to as we're like under renovations and different things, and we don't have internet service set up there. It's been a con. We can't use the system there because we're just not going to get internet set up for that one thing. But we have not found an easy way to test the system. It is supposed to alert you, obviously, if there's either no movement or if the breathing were to slow or stop. There's no real easy way to test that. So it's like, that's great that the system advertises that it's going to alert you if your baby stops breathing. It's going to alert you if there's no movement detected. That's great and all, but we would like proof that it's going to actually do that. In ways, we even put a doll in there and like swapped him out like really quickly. Didn't work reliably. The system is smart enough where it can detect if it's just like a blanket that's crumpled up there versus your child. It also tells you not to set the crib up or the system up close enough where it might pick up other people's breath. It wouldn't work in like a bedside crib where you're within a couple feet of your baby, because it could pick up your own breathing. Even a dog, if it was sleeping right next to the crib, it says not to do that. We did find a way to test it. My husband basically got in the crib and slowed his heart rate down, like just kind of relaxed fully and really held his breath and did not move at all. We were able to throw off the system and trip the alarm in that way. There's not really a great way to test it. That's definitely a con. Another con, it's not super easy to share access with other caregivers. I generally have the app open and visible on my charging stand at night. So it's like the screen is always on, it's dimmed down, but it's always on. And like if I were to wake up randomly, I can just look at a glance and see that he's breathing fine and everything is just fine. False alarms. This has happened only a couple times. And again, it's not, we primarily use it only at night, and we're always home, and we actually share a room with him too. But there were a couple instances where when he was very young, we were in the car actually on the way home, and the alarm went off and it was saying no movement detected. So I'm like freaking out. I was able to get into the app and I saw that he wasn't in the crib, which was good. It just happened to be that the caregiver was changing his diaper, and she was like close enough by that it was detecting like off and on, like their heart rate probably, but there was no movement detected in the crib. So it threw an alarm to both of us, went through my watch, went on my phone, all that kind of stuff. But we're not home, so there's nothing we could do about it. I have no idea why the system itself does not have an alarm. So if something were to happen, an alarm gets set off, go to your phone, it'll go to your watch, it'll go to whatever app-based devices that you have it loaded on. It will not throw an alarm on the system itself. So like on the camera itself that's on the wall, I don't know why on earth it wouldn't throw an alarm there so that the people who are actually in the house, in the room taking care of the baby would know that an alarm was going on. So for instance, like my mother-in-law was taking care of him and the alarm went off. I look at it and I can see, yeah, okay, thank God he's not in the crib. We didn't have it set up so that she had access to it necessarily, because like she's like, she was always going to be like right here. So she's either like in our room with the crib, with him, or like probably sitting right outside the room, you know, reading a book or something. So she was always going to be within like 10 feet of him probably. We didn't set up the app with her. Like, let's say we couldn't get a hold of her and we have this alarm going off, and let's say he was in the crib and no movement detected. That would rely on us being able to contact her. The whole thing, it's just like, you know, your mind goes to all the different possible scenarios and outcomes. Why wouldn't the system itself throw an alarm? So it would alert anybody in the vicinity of the baby that could possibly help. Be hands-on, physically there, and able to help. Like, that's great, we all got an alarm, but we were not there. And if we couldn't, for some reason, get in touch with our caregiver quickly, we're talking within a minute or 2 minutes, you know, it's just so stupid. Anyway, so that's like so stupid. That's my biggest hands down complaint about this system. Another con for me, another big one, is that the couple times that we have had like a false alarm or that we were able to trip the alarm intentionally is it's like literally like a doo 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 doo. It's like, that's it. So it's just as easy, like if I were in a meeting or something at work, I could just as easily like discreetly like, you know, stop, ignore or whatever, and like it wouldn't persistently keep telling you something's wrong. So you literally have to be aware, read the full thing, and do something about it. Know that that was something you should respond to. You know, because we get so many notifications in the matter of a day. Such a subtle alarm and such a subtle like alert, it doesn't justify to the level of urgency that that type of alert should give you. Like it should be persistent and loud and like, you know, something like that, and it is not that. So the couple times we've had false alarms, or like I said, that we've been able to trip the system, it's been alarming that it's not alarming enough for what it's trying to tell you. That's my honest review about the Miku. I will say it has given me some level of peace of mind, whether or not I should have peace of mind from the system, you know, so it's not gonna prevent everything. It's not advertising that it will. It's the potential to prevent some stuff, I think. And it does give some insight as to like how your baby's sleeping. And for all my babies with the other systems, I'd always be like zooming in and like kind of seeing like, okay, can I see like their stomachs, you know, rise and fall, or their chest rise and fall kind of thing. And it's like with this, it's nice that you can just see the waveforms, and it gives you the heart rate and all that stuff. So that is very nice about it. Yeah, it comes with its cons like anything. It's like, it can't be all positive. It has some negatives, has some questionables, and it has some really annoying ones like the alarm stuff that I was saying. We like the system enough, obviously. We've been using it. My baby is just about a year old now. For your consideration, that is my honest review. Take it or leave it. I guess I'd be curious if anything I mentioned here is just user error and you have the system and you've found a way around it or whatever, please let me know. Comment below and tell me, because we've contacted Miku support several times and it seems like they don't really have a great understanding of their system in some ways, unless the people we got were just kind of new or just didn't know. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope this gave you some information if you're considering the Miku Pro. So I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.